This next story might not seem one like that we would typically cover in the War Room. It's not about big P politics, after all, but it is about policy. It's about an antiquated policy that hasn't changed with the times. It's about asking an association to just do the right thing, because it is the right thing. It's actually the story of a young man named Eric Dompierre. He lives in Ishpeming, Michigan, which is in the Upper Peninsula in a rural area where he plays on the high school basketball and football teams. Eric also has Down syndrome, but that has not kept him from being a valuable team member. And he doesn't just play basketball, he also kicks extra points for the high school football team. But Eric might not be able to play his senior year. Why? Because he just turned 19. He was held back in elementary school, and he just turned 19, and now the Michigan High School Athletic Association says its rules won't let him play. And this is what they say, quote, "Among the concerns expressed was the broad definition of disability and undue burden that is required to determine whether individual factors, for example, height, weight, and maturity, render a student's age an unfair advantage or safety risk." Now, it should be noted on the association's website, they list this set of rules for its players. Be compassionate and have empathy. Be forgiving. Be generous and kind. And support teammates in trouble. Powerful words. And now it's time for the organization to act on them. So joining me now from Ishpeming, Michigan, coming to us via Skype, are Eric Dompierre and his father, Dean. I want to thank you both so much for joining us inside the War Room.
Thank you, Governor, for having us.
You bet, you bet. So, Dean, maybe you can tell us where, sort of set up where this battle is going. How do you get the Michigan High School Athletic Association to agree to allow Eric to play his senior year?
Well, what we're asking the Michigan High School Athletic Association leadership to do is create a proposal similar to proposals or similar language that 23 other states in the country use that would allow students with certain combinations of intellectual and physical disabling conditions to play a year beyond the current 19-year age rule so that they can play as seniors. Twice now we put in proposals. And twice the Representative Council has refused to send it to their member schools for a vote. So we just recently put in a third proposal, and we're hoping in May that they'll finally agree to allow their member schools to decide for themselves.
Well, there was a great, and I think people can see this this video online. Eric, I saw the picture of you, the video, you hitting the three-pointer at the end of the basketball game and then kicking the field goal at the end of the football game, and I think your teammates carried you off the field. So you must really like to play high school sports, do you?
Yeah.
And your teammates, I'm assuming the school and your teammates want you to be part of the team, right?
Yeah.
And have you played on those teams all of your years of high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so moved by this story, having obviously been the governor of Michigan, and I noticed, Dean, you've got a Let 'em Play shirt on, which has become a popular form of apparel in the Upper Peninsula in support of Eric. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. A former student of mine, his name is Jeremy Simons, owns a UperShirts.com t-shirt shop in town, and he called up one day and he asked if he could help us out by designing a shirt and selling it. He wanted to donate the proceeds to us, and we took him up on his offer. We don't need the money. This really hasn't cost us much money. So what we did is we decided to put all the proceeds toward a scholarship in honor of kids like Eric who have overcome hardships and done well in school.
So, Dean, the rules are the rules, is what the Michigan High School Athletic Association would say. But there are a huge number of other states that allow exceptions for particular circumstances. I'm assuming you're asking just for an exception to allow a great young man to play.
Yeah, we're asking for an exception for not just Eric, but any other students who are in Eric's shoes who have I've experienced difficulty and spent an extra couple of years in elementary school, and whose physical attributes don't make him a threat or allow him to grant his team an unfair advantage.
Right. Well, a lot of what we do on this show is a call to action, to ask our viewers to help support a cause. If somebody wanted to help, you've got a petition online. Is that the best way for people to express that there should be an exception for students with disabilities?
Yeah, that's one way that they can do it. It's at a website called change.org. We already have almost 85,000 signatures, but the more we get, we're thinking the more the Michigan High School Athletic Association leadership will feel that there's enough support out there that they should put it to a vote.
Well, I know that I know that change.org has a petition with over 80,000 signatures, which is really an astronomical amount coming from a small community in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And so we're hopeful that that pressure will continue. For those who want to know more about it, they can go to our website at current.com, and we can link you to be able to support Eric in his quest just to play ball in his senior year. Eric and Dean Dompierre, thank you for joining us from Ishpeming. Much more to do here on the War Room. Stick around.